We're a little early. But we're in excellent condition. That is wonderful. Let's hope it stays this time because we've had lots of issues recently, and I am not happy about having issues recently. I hope everybody's had a good New Year so far. So this is our first stream of the new year because we did not do one on New Year's Day. But excited nonetheless. Let's hope it stays this time because we've had lots. Ooh. All right, Trisep, yo, what up? All of a sudden, we've been up. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. Dog just starts barking like right now. Like seriously, lady, this dog. I'm telling you, she's special. Sound okay? Our microphone seems to be picking up a lot heavier than it normally does, so I kind of tuned it down just a little bit. I want to make sure it's not frying out. So we've got a fun show today. We've got some interesting topics. We want to talk about some stuff, and finally finished Mastering Magic. We'll talk about that afterwards. We'll do our book talk too today, which is always fun to me. The Rook is off somewhere gallivanting or whatever. And it appears he might have taken the lighter with him. So let me go find a lighter. Maybe he fell in the toilet. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't trust this thing ever anymore. Does sound like the music's working. Okay, so it is working. I don't know if this microphone is it's lighting up yellow a lot more than it usually does, so maybe I'll just talk a slightly bit quieter instead of being so loud. Because I can be loud, but we are opening up just a hair early today. Because we've been having a lot of internet issues and I just wanted to make sure it was working. Getting this charcoal lit. It's getting lit. Oh, we got our motorcycles. I'm so excited. I forgot to tell you. Actually, I don't even know if we forgot. I'm just so excited. We got no ink done, so now we can't ride, and I have to fly tomorrow for work. So I'm kind of irritated. Irritated about all that. And I'm hyper because I've been up again since, but 30 this morning. Literally. Good. The music is kind of quiet because it's, live play in here, so it's got a kind of a tinny sound, but... Oh, it's blowing right in my whole fudge. I gotta turn it off. Man. That's hit me right in the eyeball. The smoke was hitting me right in my eyeball. Brooke is getting our champagne. Anybody else having a drink with us? You should if you're not. Is that the Prosecco or the Asti? Ooh, I like Prosecco. An idiot. Oh, did I say that out loud, y'all? Oh, hoping nobody heard that. Even though it's true. Kind of sad that I missed the small tribe ritual that we did yesterday at the church, but we had a appointment already made, and we would unfortunately lose a lot of money if we kept it, or didn't keep it. So we had to keep it, but hoping to meet up at some point anyway and have fun and say some goodbyes as people move on to other things, I guess. Oh, nice. Hopefully you got to do something fun. I just will assume that you will. What is in here? Ah, this is some more of the local pine. Happy birthday, Andy. We said it before, but happy late birthday. Thank you. I started a little early because, again, we were having those internet issues, but I think that's all kind of squared out. As long as it's
good stuff burning.
Yes, it's called charcoal. Haven't added anything yet. Oh, this is the dry Prosecco. It's good stuff.
It's very dry, I noticed.
And no worries, tea is always good in the morning. Late nights.
Tea sounds good.
I think Brad said I was asleep before 8 last night. But you know, when you get ink done, it can be a little rough. I was gonna wait until maybe 10:35 to call corners and actually get started.
Alright.
Since we started a little early.
Alright.
You should be sharing on all of your social medias, sir.
Where did you post it? And I will.
I didn't post it anywhere. You need to post it. I post it every week. It's your turn. Do the shit.
I have to do it on the computer. I can't do it from
Nope.
here.
You gotta do it from there.
I can't do it from here.
Wow.
See, I'll show you. I can't.
Technology problems.
See what?
Hey, Paranormal, you are not late at all.
How do you share it from here?
So I can remember. Not the scissors. Oh, that was the clip thing. I'm gonna have to remember how to. Oh, there it is. Share.
Okay.
Copy link. Facebook.
Oh,
I
cool.
can't do it to me, too.
Wow, that was totally unnecessary.
You can't do it to me, too. How? Hey, I don't know how to do
inappropriate.
that. Help me.
And inappropriate.
Yes, yeah, you are not late, Paranormal. Not even a little. Do not worry. I have this back for you so that you can see the chat. Do you want to call? Oh, no, one more minute before we call. We want to call corners. We got a fun show today. I can't wait to talk about it. Some interesting news topics. Happy New Year's. Paranormal, how's it going? Yeah, I feel like we had a really good show on the Malice Experience too. Friday was very, very nice. I think I fell asleep with Discord still on in my bed.
You did, because I had to put up your iPad. What is it called? The tablet. It was open and still in Discord.
Tic-tac and that face page stuff.
Yeah.
It's starting to sound like your mama.
I'm not technology
She's
logical.
better than you are at it.
She actually is. She can do TikTok. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I did. I don't even know how to search for stuff on TikTok. It's probably all better. Just something else to get wrapped up in for hours.
Keep talking for a minute. I'm gonna go find a chair there. Oh, I'm gonna use the bunny one.
But I hope you all have had a great week and are having a great weekend.
We bought motorcycles and probably shouldn't have because we don't really have the money, but we did anyway. Sorry.
It's been a nice week for us. 2 weeks ago we took our motorcycle fundamentals course, and then this week we got our motorcycle endorsement and got our bikes. I got a scooter. It's a badass scooter, but
It is a badass scooter.
that is my entry into the motorcycle world.
Ah.
And it's a lot of freaking fun. Hey, little Teresa. Oh, Happy New Year's. Cool.
Yeah, it is very exciting new year with a lot of changes happening. And unfortunately, a lot of those changes are out of our control, but I also still find myself in a very good mood and very positive, and I think that probably has to do a lot with just, number one, my home situation. We have a very stable home. Don't have to worry about the relationship. Things have been, there's just not a lot of stress at home. which makes everything outside of home that much better.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I just think it's time, like, everybody just start doing what you want to do. I mean, if there's something you want to try, like, I never, ever thought that I would take a motorcycle course, but it's fun to try something different. Try something you might be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun, you know. We live every day, but once we die, we can't do it, so...
True.
So... do something fun you want to do.
I think I'm 41 years old and just now getting my motorcycle license. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm late to the game, but, you know?
I mean, you can always say, shit, I shouldn't have done that. But I'd rather say that than I wish I would have done that.
Mm-hmm, that's what I'm saying.
But it is fun, like riding our bikes. Well, actually, that's not the only thing. So, a couple weeks ago, we also got to electric bicycles. Electric bicycles. And it does have electric assist, and it definitely is only assist. You can definitely tell you're still pedaling, but it's a really neat way to get around and to exercise. So, whatever you want to do, try something new.
Yeah.
Try something fun.
I've always been a little afraid of the motorcycle thing, but, you know,
Morning,
I'm kind of excited.
Melvin.
Hey, Unexplained, how's it going? Man, it's early for you, huh?
Oh yeah, it is really early for him. It's like 7:30. Yeah, that's early.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm over here twitching because of these freaking... We have a lot of flies in our house because we've had the windows and doors open. And our, pool enclosure's not screened in anymore, so lots of... Oh, and so it looks like I'm twitching, randomly twitching and stuff.
Oh, that's stuff. I don't ever recommend going through a hurricane if you can avoid it, but you can't help it sometimes. It kind of sucks, but...
It really does.
all you can do is pick up and move on.
Yep. Might as well go ahead and call and get that part started.
Who is Scotty?
Who's Scotty? Where do you see that at?
I don't know. They were saying that Friday too, and I couldn't see a Scotty.
Scooty?
Oh, Scooty. Okay. Yeah, I'm Scooty.
Wow.
I can't see, guys. My eyes.
Oh, don't even. Let's start.
My contacts are just like...
We're going to call the corners because apparently Rook is having problems.
I am.
Existential crises, and I want to burn some more incense. Got a neat new deck today, too, but anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. Alright, let's roll.
Alrighty.
Hear me, friends and ancestors from the East. Hear my voice carried on the air of clarity and truth. Watch over us as we cast our circle of safety and love.
See me, friends and ancestors from the South. See my flame of passion and creation, seared into the energy of the universe. Watch over us as we cast our circle of limitless possibility.
Feel me, friends and ancestors from the West. Feel my love, fear, sadness, and joy washed into the waters of the rivers of compassion. Watch over us as we cast our circle of connection and motion.
Reach me, friends and ancestors from the North. Reach my feet and hands, the earth in my toes, and work of my fingers. Watch over us as we cast our circle of the earth.
And know me, friends and ancestors from the earth, ether. Know my intent, know my heart, know my spirit. Watch over us as we ask you all to join us in perfect love and perfect trust.
Hear, see, feel, reach, and know that the circle is safe, the circle is sacred, and the circle is cast. Be it so.
So mote it be. Blah.
Good morning. Oh, you've got something burning there.
That is the old Palo Santo that we got in Texas at the Little Witch House place.
Oh, is that the labyrinth?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the purple house?
Uh-huh.
Paranormal knows that one.
Cheers.
To the labyrinth in Dallas, Texas.
Yes, that one. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about today. I know we're a little off center too. I just didn't feel like making everything balanced this morning. I was like, whatever. It's just we're gonna do. I'm going to turn the music down just a hair. And so we're going to talk a little bit about books. I finished a book finally.
Awesome. That's better than me.
We're going to talk about some projects we're starting to make a little bit of progress on. Probably won't talk about Yule because we talked about that enough. We got some interesting news stories. Uh-oh, Ziggy. Never late.
Our Fallout buddy.
We're playing this afternoon if anybody's available. Some neat news topics. Our main topic today is always a beginner, always a expert. An expert.
Always the beginner.
Always an expert.
Always an expert.
So we'll explain kind of what our thoughts are on that.
Ride your own ride.
Ooh, I only got one little tree. You ahead of me now.
Ooh, get it. Little tree sap.
We'll talk about the moon and all that jizz.
The moon's been freaking beautiful, close, and huge here. The full moon.
Last night was gorgeous. It was weird. The night before it was like silver blue, and last night it was like yellow gold.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
She's waning.
How did you get a Honda shirt?
Oh. Fuck you! That hurt!
Oh, I forgot.
Oh.
But don't do that again. How did you get that?
Oh.
Tell me where that shirt came from.
It came from Power Lodge.
And you didn't get me one.
I asked if you wanted one, and you never answered me.
Oh, so he must have asked when I wasn't listening.
Oh, ow.
I forgot. I'm not getting you again. But fuck you for not giving me a shirt. I'm not talking to you the rest of the day.
Really?
You could have just got one. That would have been the nice thing to do.
I will get you a Honda shirt, now that I know you want one.
I don't want a Honda shirt now.
Okay. Well, I won't get you a Honda shirt, but I will anyway, because I know it's a trick.
Can't believe you got one and didn't get me one.
Better late than never.
Can't believe you wouldn't get me one. So anyway, we'll probably talk about that too, because like we were talking about a little bit earlier, you already saw, trying something new and doing new things is always fun. But anyway, talk about the moon, we'll talk about all that stuff, and then we'll get into tarot. So we've got a couple of different projects going on. So I guess we can start with books. Have you done anything?
Haven't really been reading much. I'm still reading Lords of the Left-Hand Path. I'm getting ready to start Werewolf Magic by Denny Sargent. It's authentic, practical lycanthropy. But what I've really been reading lately has been related to some coursework I picked back up for Black Rose Witchcraft. And I'm really trying to put some time into that to finish it this year. I started before COVID, and then when COVID hit, work just took over. So I'm really focused on Black Rose and still reading Lords of the Left-Hand Path. And next I am finishing up Psychic Witch. And then next I want to start Werewolf Magic.
Interesting. I've never heard of that one.
What are you reading?
I just finished Mastering Magic. We might need ice on that now. I just finished Mastering Magic from Matt Arn, which is his second book in the Psychic Witch. I don't want to say in the Psychic Witch series. It's two different books, but very, very fulfilling book. I do wish we talked about a little bit more. I'd like to see the exercises separated out and indexed, because I doubt many people are going to go through every single exercise as you go through, and it's kind of I read them, but I'm not going to remember where I saw them as I read continued books. I'm like, okay, I'd like to go back and have an indexed version, of where to find some of the exercises, because they're pretty cool. I know we talked about a couple of ones that we did earlier, so it was fun. But still on the Expanse too. I got a little bit more into that one. For some reason, I can't follow the second one very well. Huh. Like, it's like too many. Like the very first one, I went back and forth between two people. And it kind of morphed, and then there'd be a third one thrown in. Like, but this one is like the first 5 chapters are 5 different people. And I'm like, who's doing what? Like, who the hell is Prax? And why is the Rocinante not in the... I don't know. It's really confusing to me at this point. So I just need to read more. Plus, I had a longer pause.
Hey, Dragon.
And then I made more progress on polyvagal theory with Dana.
Did we miss that yesterday?
We did not.
Okay.
So I did talk with... Scarlett, she is in agreement, all of us in agreement, that we're going to restart next Saturday. So 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's 7 p.m. our time on the East Coast over here, 6 Central. In the Demon's Den or in the Paranormal, Two Pondering Pagans. I saw Paranormal's name pop up.
Paranormal Witch!
The Two Pondering Pagans you'll be able to see the link in the psych education section for the Zoom call, which we will resume next week.
We got to take care of our princesses.
So really important, I think, to kind of keep up with that, because that's been very enlightening. I've enjoyed it a lot. So we didn't miss it. We took a couple weeks off, and the last one she logged into, nobody was there.
Okay, sorry, Scarlett.
But we kind of figured that would happen, because I mean everybody was in the midst of stuff.
I mean, 2 holidays back to back. And
so the 14th, back on for that. It's Saturday again, 7 p.m. It lasts about an hour and a half at the most, and it's really nice. I think you should join. It's not group therapy. Okay, so that's not what it's doing. It's not in the style of group therapy. It's literally talking about
it's a class.
Polyvagal theory and how you can apply it to yourself. And you have to do the work yourself. You have to apply it yourself. You have to engage yourself. You can't do the middle stuff. I don't know how. Amazon just went by and did not stop at our house.
Well, that's a good thing.
He's delivering a box next door. That means it's probably my stuff next door. Nobody else orders Amazon around here.
Ice thing. I'll be right back.
Okay. I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad.
I forgot. I'm glad my arm's on the other side, though.
I wouldn't do that. I've forgotten before and got you.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yep.
The polyvagal theory is freaking awesome, by the way. The book, and I don't mind. I think we have the PDF of it. We can kind of share. Yeah. And we can share. I think the PDF is in there, but I'll look and double check. But it's a really good book, and it's an easy read. It's the small chapters. It's written as if you're a therapist, but you can capture it. You can follow along with it very well. So you should check that out. And it's in both Pondering Pagans and Demon's Den. So you got some good information there. So you should join. I know a lot of people are a little weirded out about joining that because if it's therapy, they don't want to share their stuff in front of other people, but you don't have to. It's not like therapy. I am treating it kind of like therapy, and I am sharing all my personal stuff, and I don't care. So nobody else has to. So don't feel like you have to get in there and start sharing. You can just listen. It's nice. And Dragon Dancer, I agree, it is better than years of therapy. It's just comfortable space to talk about how to do stuff, and it's good tools. Can't beat it. And then I started my new book, which is the 4 Elements of the Wise, Working with the Magical Powers of Earth, Air, Water, and Fire by Ivo Dominguez Jr. I'm going to see if I can get a better picture of this in a minute up to you guys and put it in the thing. So I don't know if it's Ivo or Evo. I think it's Evo, and I don't want to mess up the gentleman's name because I'm just bad at that. But Ivo Dominguez has been around for quite a while. I've been following for a very long time. Never read a book from him. But I will tell you, I'm 1 chapter in it. I'm really enjoying it so far. And you kind of think about, like, I've been practicing in some type of occult, earth-based magic, elemental magic, for 25 years, maybe 26 years, somewhere along those lines. And, like, you feel like you already know everything about the elements. What else is there to learn? You know, I know earth, fire, water, and wind, and ether, and center, and spirit. And I'm telling you, it is very eye-opening and humbling. Again, this is going to go with our topic. To learn something new about something you just didn't think you could learn something new about. And I'm not even 10 pages in and seeing new stuff in there. And it is amazing the way he's already started the conversational explanation of how he views elements and how much it fits in with what I view. Not just that it matches, but that it's expounding and it's widening my understanding of it in my same space. So very, very good intro, and hopefully I will recommend it. Did you tape it on?
No, that's pressed it. Oh.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Oh, you should have kept it on. So that's the new book I've added. And I'm going to try to get Polyvagal finished soon so that I can... Ma, I can't hold you today, Ma. So that I can go back and finish Carl Jung's Symbols, Man and His Symbols. I want to finish that one before I go on. So... projects. What are we doing? Well, that's the last.
Well, shadow work. We put out our other video. Next, we're going to be into the last 2 cards, right? 5 and 6.
Star of Discovery.
Of the Star of Discovery spread. Podcraft. We want to really start that. I think there's some different things Joy had mentioned, like candles. cooking. Are we gonna do a cooking one for in bulk?
I think so. I mean, we are going to do a cooking one. I just don't know exactly when or what, but I'm assuming we'll do it for in bulk. That should be. I mean, that's our next major thing to do in what, February? Beginning like, the first or second of February. Ma, it hurts my leg, Ma. I'm sorry, I can't pick you up. Oh, she's making me feel guilty. Yeah, you make me feel guilty. She's so
In
cute.
bulk is up next February 1st.
Yep. The milk. All right, Ma, that hurts.
The milk.
This dog is scratching a hole in my leg to pick her up, and I can't. Yeah, and little tree sap, that's exactly fine. And she'll literally ask, like, hey, if you're just in here to listen, it's perfectly fine. Just, you don't even have to turn on your camera or your mic. You can just sit and listen. If you don't want to add anything, it's perfectly fine. And I've chosen to share my stuff just to kind of example it a little bit. So that is just all that is. It's not. That is burning weird.
Ooh, this moon was the wolf moon.
This moon was the wolf moon.
Ooh, that would have been a good time, or now maybe the time for me to start my book.
Yeah.
Werewolf Magic.
We are in Werewolf
I
Magic.
think I should go ahead and start.
I mean, Wolf Moon.
Wolf Moon.
So, but yes, we're definitely doing a cooking stream. We finally have a plan on the workshop area that we're going to start putting together.
Although our bikes have kind of taken over.
So we had to get a storage unit to clean out our garage.
Stuff out of the garage. So
to make room for motorcycles and for our workshop that we are setting up out there, which will also help in here a lot better too. We'll still use this as kind of a workshop table, I think, but...
Oh, that's awesome, Ziggy, you'll really like it.
Ziggy,
Viggy.
Dreadful.
Ziggy. I think you'll really like it. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
We are going to, as soon as he's done with Lord's Left-Hand Path, I'm going to read it if that ever happens.
It could be possible.
But I am excited because we're using the wide angle. It's going to be harder to see us and maybe what we're doing, unless we can find somebody who wants to work for free to do videos. Just come over and video, which I don't think that's going to happen.
We'll give you some meat and we'll cook for you and get beer.
Yeah, that's true. We could do that. All right, we just lost connection and came back. This internet, man, I'm telling you.
The internet has been a pain in the butt for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. So hopefully we're back. I don't know if we stuttered there for anybody, but we did lose connection and we're back. Drives me nuts. So, now I forgot. Ma, stop it. That hurts. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You don't mean to.
You don't mean to. Oh, that's a weird sound.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, we're getting the drop on ours, and it's coming back. It keeps saying connection lost, reconnected. So, anyway.
Asking me for my room and board. Whoop, whoop. Videographer 2. Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
Guys are back.
I'm for it. Yeah. Our internet is we've had technicians out. We've had all kinds of stuff done. I don't know what's happening with it, but it's all we've got at the moment. But anyway, cooking stream in bulk, cycle of seasons. Hopefully we'll be helping publish that soon because that's got to happen.
We really got to get Joy's book out.
So that'll probably be the cooking. Our first workshop, I don't know what we're going to necessarily do, but we have options now. We're reworking everything from ground up at the church for the cups, Covenant of the Unitarian Universalist Pagans, which is super cool. And that means we can take our iPad out to the church, and now we could potentially do group crafts and things from the church if we wish to, or if that's something we want to do.
It's got a big lanai area. It's really nice.
And grow. We can do pretty much anything on the land. It'd be very nice. We have that access now that we're church members, which is awesome. And we still have to do it from our land at some point. We haven't done that, but we're going to. But main thing is, things are slowly but surely coming along and planning. I'm thinking our in bulk Cook Fest will probably be the 28th of January, whatever the last Saturday of January is.
Ooh, we got to get our menu selected.
Yeah, because the last January, because I think we have some things to do the week before that on the 20th. So yeah, the 28th of January will be our cooking, or the 29th. One of those 2 days will be the cooking stream.
That's awesome.
It'll be a live. It'll be a live whole day cooking event because it's just long.
It's long, but it's fun. I mean,
Yeah, Dragon Dancer. I like the Labyrinth. I miss the old one. The old one just felt much more real. Ma is really gonna like make me bleed in a minute. She doesn't stop. I'm sorry, honey. That hurts. I can't hold you.
oh, she's coming over here now.
She's gonna take it out on you.
Yeah.
She just does not want to be let down on the ground, which a princess should never be. But
You want me to pick you up, honey? Okay. Come here.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. I'm not gonna chase you though. Come here. Come here.
Oh, now Tina wants up.
I definitely can't hold both of you girls.
Tina, look at that Ma.
Come here, my petite.
She's so cute. I can hold her for a little bit in my left arm if I need to.
Hey, baby. You want me to put you back in the bedroom so you can lay on the bed?
She's like, nah.
Go lay on the bed.
It is definitely easier to see at night, that's for sure. And you know what? It is that it's there, so it is what it is. We are hopefully going to be doing some things there, crafting and things. We have a setup here to do candles. We can do all kinds of different things, so that might be one of the crafts that we do. But we have to get the area set up first, and it's going to be a minute. I guess we can move on to news. Hit a couple of news pieces.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the first one. The first one is a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. So I am going to see if this will. Y'all are going to see it weird for a minute. I get it, but I'm just going to set this up.
I love you, Cheeky.
Switch to display 2. All right. So, woman claims that she caught a glitch in the Matrix during a recent blizzard. I want you to kind of see the video. I don't know if it'll come through well or not, but it's funny. It's a TikTok. And you can kind of see there's this whole blizzard going on, and she's talking about, look at all the crazy blizzard. And this is a straight video with no changes or clips, supposedly. And then all of a sudden, you see this change and where there's no snow at all. Now, she says the snow was still going, right? And ultimately, yeah. So, could it have been a hoax? Could have been. More likely, could it have been the camera switching from one of like those night vision, like taking all the light mode to a day vision as things got brighter at some point, the way the snow was hitting the camera, or maybe a flash, the light came on, or a porch light came on and lit everything up so the camera couldn't react quick enough. And it can literally, when you take a video with your phone, it can be pouring down rain. It looks clear on the phone. I don't know if you've experienced that, but it depends on how far away that you are from the actual rain. So that's what they think is kind of happening there. But I just thought it was interesting to see, did she capture a glitch in the Matrix? And no, she did not capture a glitch in the Matrix.
She did not? Are you sure?
She could have.
It looks like it. Why do you say she did not?
I don't think she caught a glitch in the Matrix because I don't believe that we live in the Matrix. I think there's more to our perceptible reality, but snow is a perceptible reality. And she said it was still snowing. The only thing that changed was the image on the camera. And phones, notoriously, I mean, if that was an iPhone, I can tell you, I've taken a nighttime image of snow in the dark and in the light with the flash on. And with the flash on, it thinks you're up close, so it doesn't see anything that's far away. So if I'm on a porch with a 3-foot walkway, it's going to show no snow because there's no snow to light up in the 3 feet from the camera. So it depends on the f angle of the lens. I think it's a camera thing. Regardless if it's a glitch in the Matrix or not, it was a cool video. I liked it.
Mel said he thinks it's a camera thing.
I think it's a camera thing too. But, who knows? You can check it out on TikTok if you want to see it. It's called A Glitch in the Matrix. Woman says that she sees a glitch in the Matrix while filming during the 2023 blizzard at Christmas.
I love you, baby.
Yeah, and the only other thing I can think of, Little Tree Sap, is it might be... she could have been a full hoax. I mean, I could have edited that and make it look like that. But you kind of see this flash between the two images, like as the video switches over, there's like a flash. That to me is like the light came on. And since there wasn't anything in that first foot, it couldn't focus on anything. So it just focused on in the interpolated thingies that they put together. Um, so next is from the Wild Hunt.
Oh, yes. So I found an article that was put out by Carl E.H. Siegfried on the Wild Hunt. It was a wish list for American paganism for 2023, and these were just 10 things that... Thank you for... Can they see that?
They can.
Oh,
I've actually got it separated now. We have two
Awesome.
screens.
So, number 10 on his wish list was pagans joining social progress organizations as individuals while being outspoken about their pagan perspectives. Number 9.
So before you go into number 9, let me just say this wish list is really cool because I think it's things that we all can do that doesn't take a ton of energy to really start, making social change, I think. So sorry, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Number 9, pagans taking leadership in climate change activism. I think this is really cool. I actually want to get involved in this. And the good thing about it, in the article, at the end of each number, there's a link provided you can click that kind of links you to different organizations related to the topic.
Yeah, I'll throw a link in the Pondering Pagans main Discord if anybody's interested in checking it out.
Number 8, one I also like. Pagans running for local elected office, especially school boards. I think that's very good.
Yay!
This one I kind of really didn't understand, but number 7, pagans entering interfaith spaces and acting as if they belong at the table. Does that mean like groups of Baptists, Catholics, all them?
Yes, and so what I take from this one, this is a little different, right? It's not
some line,
the way that it says as if they belong. It almost seems like it's inappropriate, but I don't think that's what they mean here. So interfaith is a little different than Unitarian, but there are like an all faiths or interfaith churches. Which focuses on the mixing of difference versus Unitarian Universalist, which we are, which is just the openness of all. So it's coming to the table when there's a meeting with a Christian person saying, hey, I belong here at the table just as much as you do as a Christian. It's an equality thing. I really, really like that. And Dragon Dancer would love to know more about that too. And I'm sorry I haven't been as engaged in the order lately. It's just been nuts. But we will be soon. But I would love to look at that and help with that membership. And if you want to share that link, please feel free to do so. Which reminds me, I should do something else too right now. Anyway, you want to continue on?
Number 6, pagans putting pressure on religious supporters who only write about pagans for stock holiday pieces. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, this I could go either way because a lot of our stuff that we come about is around the turn of the year, around our Sabbaths, our holidays, right? So, I mean, I get it. I think like the Wild Hunt does do a good job of that, writing all year long and not just about the holiday, but I could see that.
I think it's more about like trying to write for like a main news organization. Pushing it out instead of just a little... haha, blurb on the pagans, do this. It's really weird. Instead of just saying, well, what's the actual meaning of this?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm yelling.
Number 5, I like this one. Pagans turning to ancient texts, not in an attempt to return to some pure paganism of the past, but as inspiration for modern practice intrinsically based in our own times. I think that's good to see how relative things were, because we don't really know what the past was. We can just go by what's been collected and what we think, but I really like number 5.
I agree, and I think it's important. It's that we talk a lot about informing practice through reading. Just because I'm reading a book on Christianity doesn't mean I'm becoming a Christian. It means I'm seeking to understand more and inform my practice, and it will make me a stronger pagan to do so.
Yeah. Number 4, pagan organizations making openness the norm instead of the exception, especially regarding sexual abuse. I'm not really sure on that one, that people keep that in. I think it would be more of a privacy thing than, it's up to the person to be open about that stuff, but all right. Number 3, pagans abandoning right-wing tropes of our glorious ancestors and warrior culture. What are the positive aspects of paganism without focusing on bloodlines and weapons?
Well, I agree with that. There's probably some no, I don't agree with that. I feel like there's something to that, but I mean that is a lot of what the ancestors were about. It was a lot of war.
They had to fight.
Yeah, and the lines mattered. We can talk about both, I guess, is my feeling.
And number 2 and 1 were kind of similar, so I combined them, and that is face issues such as racism and exclusion head on instead of deflecting. Oh, well, we're inclusive because we have an African American person, or we're inclusive because we have a Satanist, or we're inclusive because we have whatever. That, I mean, really is not, means you're inclusive.
Yeah.
Confront lingering issues of racism and modern paganism. So, I think some of these things were good. Some of them maybe I don't
that last
resonate
one
with, but
that last one is very resonant with me. Our the organization I currently work for, we have a lot of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and one of the things that they talk about is the difference between being an ally and oh my god, now a participant. What's the word? Oh my god, I can't think of the word now. I just had it.
an ally.
It's the difference between being
supporter.
a passive supporter, which is what an ally kind is. I'm a friend of, to an active participant. But there's a really specific word she used to tell us this, and I wish I could remember what it was, but it was very cool. And I think it was very important for us to listen to that, right, and kind of see that part of it. So I don't know. Like I said, I can't remember it, unfortunately, what that word is. But I'm gonna have to. It's almost a word that I tend to think of as negative aspect of. Don't be an ally. Be a. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. I'll have to think about it, and I'll see if I can come up with it. But regardless, the point was shifting from being an ally to being somebody who's actually participating in the active comfort of and experiencing of people that are either people of color or by anything on the spectrum of the flag or what have you. So hey Joy, good morning. We were just talking about a cycle of seasons and doing cooking stream on January 28th. So that might be a day we might hopefully could mark in our calendars. That's a Saturday that we would like to do some cooking. And of course, anybody who's around is welcome to come. We will do have a tarot camera set up and a kitchen camera set up. Our last real quick article we're going to hit is the scientist accidentally recording a brain dying. So there's a lot of discussion in pagan and paranormal and other occult discussions about near-death experiences, what happens to our soul when we die. Are we conscious of who we are? What's it look like, and reincarnation and all of those things. So this article that you see up on the screen is about a gentleman, 87-year-old, and he... Oh, it's not. Sorry, I was trying to make it a little bigger for you. And he, this is part of the imagery there of his brain, was being tested because he had an onset of epilepsy at the age of 87. So they were hooking him up to the EKG, and very unfortunately, the gentleman had a fatal heart attack while this imaging was being done. And they realized, the neurological group realized, we just imaged this man's brain while he was dying, and he died on the table. And one of the things that they saw was the areas that were lit up are the same areas that are lit up with activity of, guess what? Memory retrieval, dreaming. So those two areas of the brain were really, really lit up. And they're thinking, well, maybe this is that life flashing before your eyes in this near-death experience. Tabitha Gosine, welcome in. Glad you came in. Completely by chance this happened, right? So it's completely by chance, and so they are using these images to kind of say, what happens in a near-death experience. And I obviously or honestly think about that a bit. I feel that there's a consciousness when we die. I feel that we're not conscious of it in this meat suit because the knowledge of that would probably negate the need for the meat suit, right? So I do believe there's a consciousness afterwards, and I think in my head of this lighting up of your brain, this might be that point of charge out where your brain separates those memories and almost like a download into the universal energy. I can't remember her first name off the top of my head, but her last name is McKinnon. She is an animal psychic. She's amazing, and I love her. And she talks about this with animals, and it really makes sense when you kind of put all the pieces together. So just an interesting piece there. So yeah, they were imaging this guy's brain for epilepsy, and he died on the table, and they imaged it as he died. It looked like a dream and the dreaming and recall parts of his brain were lit up. And he died on the table. Hey, guys. Sorry.
What is it?
Probably Amazon.
What?
Sorry, I know that gets really loud, y'all. I apologize.
Tina, come on.
But it's part and parcel of the show.
There are babies.
Yes, I'll put that link in the chat too, because this is actually an older article that's kind of recirculating. It says Thursday on it, but I've seen this like a couple months ago. So I will pop it in the Two Pondering Pagans Discordia. I don't know why I'm yelling again. Mike's right here. All right, so Two Pondering Pagans. There it is. You've got that in the Discord if you want to check out that. And it's got some links in it that you can go and get more information. Very, very cool. So yeah, those are our articles for the days. I hope they give you some insight. Anything, questions, comments, anything you have about that? Hey, Jockster, there's lots of borking happening.
Jockster!
Lots of borking.
Hey!
And they're mad. They're mad about it today. All right. If you're not in the Discord, I'm going to pop that in there too. Just after the show today, when we're done with Tara, we will have our normal book discussion. We're kind of getting back into that for the new year and just keep that going. And whatever discussion, really.
Hey, Joy.
So,
yeah, we missed you too.
Yeah.
Taking care of some stuff.
I feel bad. I really wanted to go, but we just had the appointment way before we knew the date of that. So we do have some things that we want to gift. We'll obviously have to do that separately before they leave. And probably want to get everybody together at least one more time, and like informally too. I'm assuming, we can get everybody together informally and kind of have a little
just for fun. Come
Yeah.
over, swim and food or something.
Yeah, maybe we can. Yeah, we never did our Hocus Pocus movie, although everybody's probably seen it but us now. But yeah, so that's our articles for the day. By the way, Joy,
by the moon.
I don't remember what was in the beer can that did not have a label, but I drank one can on Friday and I was toasted off my ass. It was amazing, and I have one more can, but I can only have one. So whatever we got in the unmarked cans, it was delicious, and it was gone. And
Oh wow, they've upped it.
yeah, they were moving quicker, huh? That's sad. That makes me sad. I want to miss them. I'm telling
miss them
Victor,
too.
he's got to start a Washington chapter of the OPP.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get together and get ours running. I mean, ours is pretty much going to be aligned right with the church, I'm sure, at this point, because I think that's going to be our focus. Joy, we're going to pick out our menu here soon for Imbolc using Season of Cycles, and that will be what we'll do.
If she will allow it.
Hopefully you can make it, and if not, we can move it, of course. We can adjust, because we'd like you to be there, of course. But yeah, so it was good. Oh, it was good. All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about...
Hey,
Really, honey?
stop it.
Yes, he does. I think we are able to take everything but like the Bashir and probably the Pleco, because they're just too big, and we have Pictus that are about 5 inches, and everything I read says the Bashir will probably eat the Pictus, and then the Pictus will probably kill the Bashir because it has spines, and it's just maybe not a good thing, but we have room for everything else. Tina.
What's wrong with you, Tina? I may have shut that window.
Everybody wants to bork right now.
Hey. Hey.
Hi. She's jumping up.
You can't sit up there, honey.
Oh, the microphone's in the way. She thinks she can. So we are still currently in Capricorn until January 20th.
No.
I've been in there for a while. This is a cardinal Earth. We've talked about it a bit. Cold and dry. Hardworking, professional, very Earth oriented, right? This is cardinal, of course. So this is true North. So this is everything of the Earth sign is part of cardinal Earth. Capricorn. Now we talk about moon phases. Full moon technically was at 6-ish p.m. on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
No, Friday. And then yesterday, oh my God, gorgeous moon. We talked about that. It's the wolf moon. This was a beautiful event. It changed color like in 2 days. It was bright silver on Friday, and then it was beautiful golden yellow last night. And we driving home late last night and just seeing it up there was just like, oh my God. And we didn't go out and do any actual event. We probably should have. But we definitely felt the energy of it when we were getting up to the house and coming in. I mean, I fell asleep before, I think 8 o'clock I was done. Just body tired. Next full moon is the snow moon, so we'll keep our eyes for that. But let's talk about what this week, let's talk about what this week is going to look like. Today through Tuesday. So knowing that we're in Capricorn, which is our cardinal sun sign, right? Our cardinal Earth and the sun sign, our major outwardly facing brightness of ourselves is this Earth, down to Earth at the moment energy. Then we're going to throw in where our moon is at. So our moon is kind of like our hidden, our back door side, our caring and motherly side, right? And so how those energies work together. So today, Monday and Tuesday, cardinal Earth of Capricorn is with moon in Leo. So you've got fire on your internal side, and still Earth on the sun side. Focusing, this is a good time to think about where you're going with your career. Is it time to ask for a change or to improve something in your job or learn something new in your job to have more security? Is it something that you need to do to just like more stabilize yourself in what you're doing? It could be transfers. It could be moving to new areas and having new transferred information or new positions that might actually grow you in the future. But be careful, because new things today, Monday and Tuesday, likely to flare up because of that fire. Wednesday and Thursday, lots of Earth on the chart because we've got Sun in Cardinal, and we've also got Moon in Virgo. So that's me. That's the mutable side. So lots of things going on there. There's a lot of alignment, but things aren't going to move very well Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday are not days to be traveling really far or doing lots of stuff or trying to get a whole lot done. They're stable days. I know I'm traveling Thursday, so I got to be careful. But they're stable days. These are just step through to the next step days. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going back into Libra. That puts air in on the moon side, right? And so this is going to want to bring a lot of us that are at home in this energy of being like just stuck down. It's going to want to bring it out. So this is going to be a little bit more going on, but still not a whole lot of movement. You need to go outside and make the movement. You need to go outside and start doing and moving and breathing in the fresh air. So that's how next weekend is going to need to be. Focus on the things that are actually bringing you some sort of joy. Look, I'm a double Virgo Taurus rising, so we just got all that in there. But that's your forecast for the week. Beginning of the week, don't let things flare up. Stay grounded. Middle of the week, just ride it out. End of the week into the weekend, get outside, fresh air, walk. Briskness, things that bring joy and brightness to you are what you're gonna want to do. Next full moon, February 5th, is the snow moon. Coldest months. And then our next new moon is before that, of course, is in January 23rd, I think. I wrote it on here somewhere.
Hey, baby.
In Capricorn, right at the end of Capricorn, actually. And really going to just enjoy that. So I'm ready. Whew.
Hey, baby.
There's a lot of talking. Main topic today. What is it?
Ride your own ride.
Ride your own ride.
No, you've
Fiji,
got
got to stop, honey.
Come on. Come back here. What do you want? Show me what you need, baby.
There's too much borking in my ears, and I know if it's loud to me, it's got to be loud on this microphone. She just needs attention is what she wants. I'm telling you. I know that booger. Me loves the booger. She's nuts, though. 21st, thank you. I don't know why I can't find it. It's written on here somewhere in our notes. But, I feel like the new moon in January this time is going to be a little different. We've had a lot of energy coming in. That's a dumb statement. I'll be honest. We always have a lot of energy coming in. It's just what is the energy and where is it and what's the presentation of it? What's the energy of it, right? What's the frequency, I should say? And the new moon, the full moon frequency last night for me, guys, this was just seeing it was pure hope and joy and positiveness. It just was an immediate wash of, wow, things are going to actually work out really well. Things are going to go just fine. I think this new moon energy, as we wane over to it, it's going to be the same. It's going to be like we might be waning down to a new start of something, but it is just the most positive and informing thing that I've seen. So, or felt. It was last night was just amazing. She probably wants food.
Do you want me to let her outside on her thing for a minute?
No, I don't trust her. She doesn't have to keep barking. She can't be outside unless we are too. And unfortunately, I thought about us going outside and doing this outside, but not until like right before we started, so we couldn't get it set up outside fast enough. We'll just have to keep her barking. So when Brad said, or Rook said, ride your own ride.
No.
That's not going to stop her. That's the only thing that stops her. If she comes through, I'll pet her.
Come here.
She just wants...
You're being vocal this morning.
She is. I can imagine this full moon's energy was like sun. It was sun energy to me yesterday. Like it was not hidden.
Oh, totally.
It was not the background that the moon shows. This was full on in your face energy for a full moon to me. It was definitely different. And gorgeous. Just the goldness of it. It was like champagne gold. It was and the night before it was like silver blue. Yeah. It was so weird. Rook said, ride your own ride. That's the mantra that we recently got in our motorcycle safety courses when we were getting our endorsement. And ride your own ride means?
Like only ride for you. Don't worry about no. What somebody else is doing, what they're working on, what level they're at, what their practice is. Ride your own ride. Be safe for you.
She's Yankee.
Do your own pace. All that. Same thing I think in spirituality. Doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. If they're doing things that resonate with you, go for it. Great. But
and if not,
just go for what's in your intuition and what you're called to do. And ride your own ride. Ride your own broom.
Ride your own broom. I like that.
Maybe that fits
shirt.
more. That's a shirt. Ride your own broom.
Mm-hmm. So the way that I kind of interpreted it this morning was always a beginner, always an expert in different things, right? So we've talked a lot about being humble about where you are. And yes, there are a lot of us who are very experienced in some things, but we are always going to be very experienced and experts on something, especially ourselves. As we get to know ourselves and really work on ourselves and growing who we are, we know ourselves better than anybody. Granted, people outside can sometimes see stuff that we may not see.
Oh, of course,
but we still are our own experts.
Always a beginner, always an expert.
Right. And so we're always, I may feel like an expert in some areas, relationship building and growth and leadership. I may be a complete beginner when it comes to something else. I'm still a very, very much a beginner in druidic ways. I consider myself expert in general eclectic witchcraft. But does that mean I have nothing to learn? Absolutely freaking not. I'm still a beginner just as much as I'm an expert in anything. And I think it's very important for us to realize that when we're also engaging with other people around us and trying to learn, that we should not diminish ourselves by being a beginner, and that it is okay to be a beginner in something and everything, because we all are, no matter how much somebody thinks you're not.
And in the tradition I'm studying right now, that's one of the things that the three, educators say is always be a student.
Always.
Always remain a student.
Yeah, and I think it's important that we kind of keep that mindset too. And it's not the same as anything goes. It's informing yourself and working towards a goal, and then realizing that no matter where you go, if you stop, if you master something, then it's not fun anymore. You still keep learning. You may learn slower because there might be less to learn. And I liken it to the book I just started, the 4 Elements of the Wise. I'm like, I've been working with elements my whole life. How can I learn anything new with it? 10 pages in, I'm like, holy shit, this changes everything to me. It's what I've always been thinking, but now I have a thing to call it and a place to put it, and it makes sense. We got to write that down for a t-shirt.
Ride your own broom. Yeah, we do. I'm going to put it down as a note. Ride your own broom.
Coming to a mug near you. Yeah.
Big decks.
Big decks. I'm telling you, I'm going to get that. We're going to get leather jackets with big decks on the back. Or the big deck riders.
I like it. Big deck riders.
BDR.
For a t-shirt.
So I am a beginner motorcycle rider. I am an expert car driver. I already said beginner druid. I feel like I'm an expert in simple, mundane, workful magic, manifesting my own things. I feel pretty close to, not being an expert, but I feel really good about my ability to enter trance state and connect to magic and Reiki and universal energy. Feel really good about that. But I'm a beginner in Dragon Reiki. Very beginner. So we always have to be able to admit and know where we are. And even if I say I'm an expert in something, I'm like, it doesn't mean I'm not also still a beginner in parts of it. Because there's always something to learn. Yeah, I absolutely will. It's The Four Elements of the Wise by Ivo Dominguez. He's also on my Facebook. Been following him for quite a while, but this is something good. It's a really good book.
Does he have a store, like a shop somewhere?
I believe he has a shop. He also has his own tradition.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah.
Him somewhere.
And you don't hear a lot from him because he's very not ego. Even when you hear him, like he's been on a couple of podcasts we've listened to, there's zero ego with this man. And the way that he just converses is so, it's like Matt. There's no ego with Matt either.
Yeah.
And when you're reading the book, like it's like I know him. I've never talked to him in person, you know? But it sounds like, and the way you read the book, it's like you're talking to him and he's giving you direct advice on how to think about something. I do like how Matt puts in his book in Mastering Magic often. It's like, this is how I do it. There's other ways to do it and you can do it, but this is what I've been doing. And this is what works for me. This was what aligns with my beliefs. So that way, when you read something and learn something, it allows you to take it in without that judgment. You learn differently. It's completely different. Paranormal, you are an expert in paranormal witch.
Yes, you are.
You are the best and most expert that you can be, because nobody else can be more of an expert than you are at you.
And let me tell you, of all the people, and there's other people that live in my home state of Texas, you are the only one that I've been interested in to meeting or try to go have coffee with or something when I go home. So you're a very magical, special person. And the only one I've ever wanted to meet up with one day.
I'm not going to say that
in Texas.
Because I would like to meet up with Bonnie.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Yeah. But Paranormal Witch, you'd like to meet them.
Absolutely. I like to meet everybody. I would love to. We need... One of our dreams is to get an RV, and if we win the lottery, we are getting that RV, and we're doing a road trip to each of you, and we will do a Saturday in each person's location. I would commit to that. Again, that's if we win the lottery.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's an easy promise to make. But when I go through these books, and there's a lot of these books that we read that are very beginner based, I still learn new stuff from them. So it's fun.
Yeah, I would love to.
You know Bonnie's in Texas, right?
No, I'm aware.
Okay.
And that's why I was just saying that out of everybody that I'm aware of that lives in Texas, I would like Paranormal Witch is just one that I was like, oh girl, I got to meet with her for coffee and to head to the labyrinth or something.
I would love to.
And then everybody else, especially if we had an RV, that would be like a dream for me just to drive around and meet everybody.
We thought about at one point, this is pipe dreaming all the way, of having like one of those like a food truck, but it's a food truck that does witchcraft stuff and spells, and then we do our weekly thing wherever we're at and just like have it out there. I just think that'd be fun. I'm a nerd. Yeah. Anywho, where are we?
We are
always a beginner. Never.
Always the beginner.
Always an expert.
Ride your own broom.
Ride your own broom.
Yeah.
Dog is punching.
She's getting your leg off. It's cold as fuck here. Otherwise, if you're getting, I recommend the summer though. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That would just be a total dream to be able to ride around.
Yeah, it gets so hot here. I think that would not be a bad idea.
I wouldn't mind seeing the snow, like as long as it wasn't my permanent situation.
I'm with you on that one. So, I mean, that's really the thing. The traveling witch truck. That would be so neat, though. I just don't know.
Traveling witch truck.
We would have to be able to support it without income because I don't think it would make any money. Although it might. I don't know. She is on it today. And, of course, right when we start.
Of course.
It's probably because we're talking. She's getting excited. She feels the energy, too. She's
she
a
wants
witch.
to go outside, yeah.
She's her own witch.
I know, Mama.
I'm a witch dog. She is weird. So yeah, that's the thing. In Florida, no, we don't get snow here at all. We have definitely had snow when we lived in Manassas. We had 3 feet in one weekend. Couldn't even find our SUV in the parking lot.
Oh God, it was covered.
Like it was just mountains in the parking lot. You couldn't see it. It was a nightmare.
No, it got cold here though. For like 3 or 4 days, it was 35 and 40 degrees. But that's like the extent of it. In this part of Florida, I think the Panhandle might see snow. Jacksonville,
dusting and stuff like that, maybe
like that.
With some of these, because there's a big storm coming through California now, isn't it? Another one at least that's coming through. That is true, Dragon. I might have to think about that a little more. If we can't find ourselves an outlet, we might have ourselves a witch truck.
I like it. How often do you see? That's true. That's true.
We'll just ring our little bell as we go down. Need a spell, need a ritual. Need a spell, need a ritual. Rattlesnake bones on the left. Not ice cream.
Herbs.
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 Herbs. Herbs. Herbs.
Herbs.
Herbs.
Herbs. Herbs.
Herbs.
I thought it was important, really, the ride your own ride your own broom, and the always a beginner, always an expert is. Because the two things I see the most of is we overestimate our abilities in some areas and we underestimate them in others. And trying to reconcile those both, that you can be an expert and you can be a beginner, and there's nothing wrong with either. Just make sure you have some humility in there. I think that was the message. Woke up at 3 o'clock this morning with that in my head. I was like, let me go write that down. So wanted to push that out there. But that's our topic for the day. That's everything that we have. Is there anything else that you guys have a question about or want to add to? Because we're going to switch over to tarot in a minute. And make sure you clear that space. Remember, the little dude is the center. No, I got it long way, but I'm doing it different.
You'll have to see, I guess.
You will have to see it, you guess, yeah. I'm going to show you in a moment. I swear to God. Oops, I said that out loud. Sorry. Where's my mouse? Can't find it. That is true, little tree step. I can see that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got a witch truck?
See how I have it?
That's awesome. Okay, so...
With him in the middle.
That's right. Oh, it doesn't show.
Is this camera stuck again?
I'm trying to just see where it is.
Yeah, it is stuck. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
So will I have to walk it up? Which I don't mind doing.
No, I just think it's old. I know you guys are seeing stuff. I apologize. We'll come back to it. I just have to change some things. I just can't find them.
You're supposed to add Kayla's stuff on there.
Yeah, it's not that easy. But I am going to add it on there, I promise.
Okay.
Now let's see. Try it again. See if it works. Put your hand under it. Oh, nope, it doesn't work.
Oh.
All right, so give me just a moment to fix this because I just don't understand why this thing is so constantly breaking down like it never used to. It used to work fairly well. Used to work fairly well. All right, and then let me make a
Little
little
tree
switch.
sap. I have your brand on here, Honda.
Transform. And of course I did it wrong. All right, let's make it a little bigger.
Okay, now will it work? Ooh, now it's working.
Yeah. All right, so sorry about that. I still have to format a little bit. But we should be able to show you our cards now. The only thing is, I may have to do some weird stuff to get it in the right place. So if we have it right there, we're going to move you so that you are dead center, so that we have a spot. That is something that Joy made. It is an owl. It's from my mom. I just haven't got it off to her. Bought it at the Peace Day event. So now that we have that, so put your Earth and Bone there and see if it fits right.
And I will be pulling cards from the Earth and Bone Oracle deck.
Perfect.
All right.
I will be using today the Lepus Tarot.
May I see your box to show the team?
Just show the card or the book. That's probably a little easier.
Okay. Show
This is the Lepus Tarot. This is all bunny rabbits, like abstract
that's kind of
bunny rabbits.
creepy and cool. Yes, it's my wedding ring because I've broken my wedding ring twice. And so it is the rune for fire. And then Mystic's going to get the rune for earth, his sign,
Protection.
as our wedding rings. And this way I can't break it.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
It definitely looks like Frank from Donnie Darko. That's why I got them.
It's creepy.
Oh, it's hard to shuffle.
All right, we're going to shuffle. If anybody would like a card, we can pull.
Yes.
If not, we can go to our after-hour discussion, whichever is preferred.
All right. So if you want to read, drop in the line. You want to read and tell us what your question is so that we can get going. I can't believe it's 11:40 already.
I know. It's 11:30. Oh, girl, what you retracting?
Stupid. Oh, it might not have said deck.
What? Oh.
Love the deck.
Yes, please. Just general for Ziggy.
Always. Ziggy, we got you.
What is Ziggy doing? Let's see. You know, Ziggy Dragon. All right. Ziggy Dragon and Paranormal Witch. Miss Ziggy. What we're gonna find for Miss Ziggy for the week?
Okay, so we had 3
Alright,
so
let's
far.
get
We'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna have to shuffle quite a bit here, and I need to put
These are
some.
new. Okay.
Yeah, these are brand new.
Do we need some more Lesage?
I don't know what Lesage means.
Sage.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to clean mine. Is it going? Let's get it going.
So we'll do some shuffling
Hey,
here to
Beach.
get these ready, because like I said, this is the first use for this Lepus Tarot. I also have a new favorite deck. I think I've mentioned to you guys probably a few times, and that is the Fallout Tarot.
Oh, that's cool. Have you
Dude.
shown that one?
On the Malice Experience, yes.
Oh, okay.
But I have not shown them on here yet. That will be probably for next week. I also wanted to mention, just so everybody's in the know,
That's good.
we're going to try to be consistent but we are probably going to take one Sunday off each month, so that we can participate in church events, so that we can be present with the church. We don't really like the services. That's just not our thing, but we want to be
They support our
supporters
cause.
of, and we want to engage. So we're going to commit to going to the church, maybe committing once a quarter, but trying for once a month. So we may not have services once a month, and we'll try to let everybody know ahead of time.
Like
Last month was ours for now, or last week, I mean.
Yeah, like to help clean the grounds or whatever.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Bunnies. Joy.
All right.
Miss Joy. Joy and.
So we have a Ziggy, Dragon, Paranormal,
and Joy.
Joy, all generals so far, unless otherwise
All right.
stated. And while we are pulling cards, you are more than welcome to add your name to the list if you would like to read.
What does Miss C?
I do want to just remind everybody to go back and if you didn't get to see it, listen to it, or just take it forward, that we should expect that everybody we run into is both an expert and a beginner at something. And give them the credit for it, and give ourselves the credit for it, without thinking that we know everything, because newsflash, none of us do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Herkmunger music.
Oh yeah, I should probably turn that back up, huh?
Yeah, you can put some music back on.
I only use Herknunger's music because, number one, I love it. Number two, he does not require any type of... he doesn't do a strike or a copyright claim. And it's good. It's just good music. And I think I disconnected here. You should go check him out. He is on my playlists. And... Give it just a minute and we'll connect you. I'm going to stand up, I think.
Yeah, for these, sometimes it's good to stand up.
And if the music's too loud, just let me know.
50%.
For the submissions, okay? And were the pictures okay, or do you want me to change anything? Joy, let me know. So we'll do question about submissions. I'm going to write that on here. So
Those are really pretty cards, the way they're edged in the blue.
the blue foil edge, yeah.
That's really pretty.
General Outlook, Tabitha, we got you. All right, let's give a quick little... I already need another leaf. Quick little smoking cleanse here. These are blue foiled. I've never had a blue foiled deck. So now I have a blue foil and a red foil. It's really, really pretty. Oh, I'm blue today. Didn't even realize. Oof. All right. Ziggy, 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 let's go. We got our first card for you.
Yes.
My favorite card in the deck.
High Priestess. Oh,
They're both
Magician.
well, I have two favorites, High Priestess and Magician. So we have the Magician. So Ziggy, your first card is as traditional and everything is coming to me. All of the elements are at your fingertips and you're ready to manifest the magic. You put down whatever you're putting down at the right time. I know you've got some business stuff going on. So if you've been, and I know, well, I'm not gonna lie, I know you've been working on that too. This is saying do it. This is the time to manifest the shit. You cannot get a better manifest card than the Magician, because the Magician says, I've got my air, I've got my fire, I've got my water, I've got my earth, and my spirit. Everything is aligned, and I can shoot whatever I need out with my wand and put it all together. I am manifesting and making magic.
She's saying put the broom in dry.
Put the broom in D. Put the broom in D.
Ooh, D.
Put the D. No.
I like D. Hey,
Give me my card back. Nasty.
I hope mine shows up. So, I hope you can see it.
It will.
So mine is Uncover. And although we're moving along with the new year, a new start, letting go of things that don't serve us from the previous year, this is telling me a memory of something or someone from the past is going to give you comfort this week or soon. It doesn't mean that you need to reconnect with a person or a situation or repeat something. But what I get from this is to take joy in the busyness of the start of the new year in a past memory. So I will read what the book says. Let go of forcing it. Get in touch with what you enjoyed as a child. Try making a list and start having fun. Don't worry or think about any fears. Don't block yourself by having doubts. Do for the sheer enjoyment of doing. You can literally be successful at anything The choice is yours to do what you love. Guidance and help from spirits in the universe are always on your side. You are the only one standing in your way. Keep it secret and don't worry. You are always guided and loved. Spirit guides are telling you that they want to see you smile and laugh and play. Practice being happy. Like attracts like. Don't pay attention to the collective or popular beliefs. You have to listen to yourself and start believing in yourself. Silence the noise and do what brings you joy. Life is too short to care about the opinions of others. Do whatever makes you feel good as long as you aren't hurting others. I release all old habits and beliefs that have held me back. I know what is meant for me will find me.
Ride your own broom.
Ride your own broom
So
and
look.
put it in D.
Look, Joy is working on commissions in Dora rabbits. And Dragon Dancer saw Bunny at the church last night. I saw bunnies yesterday running across the street.
Ooh,
So bunnies are in. It's bunny time anyway, isn't that? That's
it's
like
coming up. Fertility.
February, March.
It's
yeah.
coming up.
Bunny time. We're in bunny time.
Ostara.
So Ziggy, it sounds like it's a manifestation time for you.
Yeah, but listen to yourself. But I still say a memory of a past person or event's going to come up and you should enjoy it. Doesn't mean to reconnect with any person or past situation, but take the joy from the memory of it
Enjoy it for what it is.
to help you to slow down this week in the busy start of the year. We are on Dragon.
Dragon Dancer.
I want to be a dragon dancer. Do you like my song?
Yeah. So hopefully you guys like. We've done it a little bit differently with our cards here on the screen. We're trying to keep it so that it just is a little bit easier to manage, especially if we go outside. But man, I wish we could just set up a permanent studio in here. That would be nice.
That would be cool.
Dragon Dancer, what is in the gentral for you?
You are very welcome.
From the
Ziggy
Donny Bunnies.
Ziggy, Ziggy, Ziggy.
Yes, and Ziggy, we will be hitting you up not too long after our Discord
you
chat to be
see?
playing some 476.
Thank you, Dragon. I think I've annoyed this one for years with singing constantly.
No,
I
you
not?
haven't. That's okay. Okay.
Ooh, that's a pretty card.
You got
All right.
2 jumps.
Okay, 2
King of
jumpers.
Wands and Knight of Cups. So we're going to give you both. All right, we'll put the King of Wands under first because that's the first card that jumped out. Dragon, King of Wands, we know what that is, right? That is the purveyor of your creative dreams. The King is...
Interesting.
Yep, it is the
What I got.
purveyor of the just move forward, make it happen. The King of Wands, really big on that creative or career force that says, whatever you've got in your mind, you've got it all under control. Sometimes the King of Wands is a little bit too much and kind of overshoots a little bit, but generally makes the mark, right? Very, very fired and ready to go. Sometimes gets himself in a little bit of trouble, but too fired up. Knowing you, that's not something that you would normally do, but you might want to be careful with that you don't overshoot whatever it is you're trying to do and take on too much at one time. Don't think that's going to be a problem, though, because the second jumper card was actually the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups really does bring things down a bit, because remember, for me, Knights are the part of the court that they've done all the study, they know what they're doing, and they're just starting into that practice, and it's a good time, and this means emotional fulfillment. Although there could be a little bit of, a little shakiness in there, the Knight of Cups definitely draws the King of Wands down a little bit. So in other words, moral of the story for these 2 cards, whatever the passion project is you're working on, it's a full steam ahead. Just don't steam ahead. Full steam ahead.
I like steamy
But
head.
be careful that you don't jump too far in front of it and kind of hurt yourself in the long run. Make sure you're balancing things a little bit. Because the King does tend to do that, and the Cups, this little knight here is saying, okay, let's take a step in first and see if we're in a good place.
All right. Cool deal. Here are your cards.
Thank you.
All right, the Earth and Burn Oracle for you have migration, first steps, initiation, beginnings.
Is that a bunny?
It is a moose, I believe.
It's a moose. Oh God, it looks
The
like a bunny
moose
from here.
The moose is looking towards a new direction. There's It's the start of a new year. It's time to start some new things. And to do it with a sense of adventure and a newfound belonging. That's what I get from the card and the message from the book. Tina.
Getting everybody riled up.
Yes. Sometimes you have to take a gamble. Do you have the patience it takes, plus the courage towards risk to reap the rewards? Sometimes it might not work out and sometimes it will, but if you never take the chance, you never know. The hard truth is that no one is coming to save you. No one's going to hand you what you want. No one's coming to help you change, teach you, or accept you until you do it for yourself. Remember to not make excuses and go after the life you want. Change how you approach and do things. Still take action, but balance work and play. Choose to do it from a place of joy and love. Take time for yourself. You may be taking on too much. Take breaks. Shift your process and thoughts. Let go of the need to do it all. Replenish yourself. Put in the time for self-care and balance. You do not need to complete everything on the checklist all at once. You are helped and guided. You may need to ask for help from others. Try to delegate what you don't enjoy if it needs to be completed.
Can I just say that's coming up twice now?
Affirm.
Not go overboard.
Yeah. Affirm. I believe in myself and my abilities. I'm unstoppable. I'm proud of myself and how far I have come. And again, I get from this, initiate or new beginnings, first step, take it in a sense of adventure, and it's about freedom. I hope they could see this. I think they can.
Yep, they can. I can. They should be able to see exactly what we see depending on their phone. I don't know why when I shuffle this the right side up, it does not shuffle well at all. When I shuffle upside down, it's great.
Yay! All right.
Paranormal.
Paranormal Queen.
P-dubs.
What does P-dubs need to know for the week? Oh yeah, I need to clear that. Yeah, I need to clear.
We get our smoky going. All right. Paranormal, let's pull some cards for you and see what is going on, my dear. These cards just do not want to shuffle for me.
That's how mine were. These have taken like 3 weeks to...
I don't like bending cards, and it just pains me to do so.
What does paranormal need to do?
These are terrible shuffling cards if anybody gets them. They're called the Lepus Tarot, L-E-P-U-S. Suck to shuffle.
But they're really pretty cards.
All right, Paranormal.
What does P-dubs need to know?
She needs to know. 3 of Wands.
Let's see.
So, 3 of Wands has come up a lot lately. We've actually pulled this in a number of different reads for different people. 3s for me are just signs to kind of look out for groups. Look out for the things that are grouping around you, mostly people. Wands really does often talk about work-related stuff or things that you're doing in groups that are for enjoyment or creativity, growth, crafts, that kind of thing. And that 3 really does talk about needing to be part of that group. These are informal groups. So the 3 of Wands says, you know, you're looking out, and you can see in the image here, you're looking out over other things that have left. Maybe this group is people you already know. They're with you. They're around you. Could be children. It could be adults. It doesn't matter. It just means the group. So it's a group you feel comfortable in. You need to engage them, and it's going to give you some kind of process, I guess, towards what it is you're trying to do in life. I think it's really important with the 3 of Wands to recognize that the rabbit here, or the bunny here, whatever you want to call it, that's looking out isn't sad. He's not looking out saying, oh my God, I wish I was on the ship or I missed my ship. He's looking out saying, bon voyage. You do your thing, now I'm doing mine. So there may be a sense of letting go of some other people in your life that aren't fulfilling you, but it is definitely speaking of going out and grouping with people that share whatever your work joy is, or your creative joy, and work not meaning like career necessarily, but like your things you like to do, like working. Like, do you like to do gardening? Do you like to do, I don't know, swimming? Whatever it is, do that, but take a friend with you and have some of that interaction, that social interaction.
Oh, that's interesting. 'Cause and he looks glad to do it. Like he looks glad to say, "You go
He's
do
standing.
you, boo."
He's standing all up on his
standing
hind feet.
tall
He's
and
good. I've got my staff.
He's got
I'm
his
good.
head high.
Yep. He's like, bye.
So I drew
Bon voyage.
surrender. So what surrender is telling me is surrender. When you surrender something, you got to let go. You got to kind of let go of people sometimes, or things that might be holding you back. And in doing that, when you surrender and let go, you further, you expand yourself. You move yourself forward. So surrender, the advice from our book says, let go of any fears around the vision or how you will achieve the dream. Allow things to flow. Enjoy living more. Find peace, balance, and joy in where you are currently at. Accept where you are, what you have, and be happy with it. Make the best of the life you currently have in your current situation. Take breaks, re-energize, enjoy life, try other things, balance work and ambition with time off. Listen to your heart, follow intuition and divine guidance. Meditate, pick the choice that Source leads you to. Realize and write down all the choices you have right now. Divine timing is allowing for you to be humble and practice improving your self-worth. Once you feel 100% yourself and the strength of your truth, that is when things will fall into place. Let go of any worries. It will happen when the time is right. Know that it will all work out. The right way will feel easy. The right way will feel easy. The right way will feel easy.
Is that an important piece?
To me, it just keeps coming out. The right way will feel easy, okay? The
I
right
agree.
way will feel easy. It won't feel like a lot of work. Like, those relationships, which relationships are work, but you shouldn't feel like everything is work in a relationship.
But
a lot of it should just flow.
That's the same as the Three of Wands energy, by the way. He's bon voyaging the ships that are out. It is surrendering and letting go of something, but I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah.
The right way. He's the right way was to
It'll
stay.
feel easy. Bye, bitch. The right way will feel easy. Will occur almost naturally. You will be excited about the choice to follow that decision. You will feel inspired. It will feel light. You will have a foundation and stability within, and therefore can easily let go and surrender what no longer serves you. Affirm. I release all energy that is not aligned with my greatest good. I rid myself of any doubts by remembering there's a valid reason for everything that happens. Woo. The right way will feel easy.
The right way should feel easy, right?
Yeah, the right way will feel easy. My granddad used to say something that kind of made sense, and I don't agree with it 100%, but the basics of it does. If you have to think about whether something's right or wrong, it's probably wrong. And I'll go further. If you have to think about whether something is right or wrong, it may not be wrong where you're headed to, but it warrants consideration and thought and prayer or meditation, right?
I can see that.
We are on Miss Joy.
Joy.
The right way will feel easy.
Yeah. I'd
That's
write that
your-
down in a journal and ponder on that.
That's your mantra for the week. The right way will feel easy. Surrender. It will be easy to surrender.
Yeah, and if you feel something in that manner, the right way will be easy. It also makes me think that you're maybe second guessing yourself. Because if we're repeating the right way will be easy, you're thinking too hard about it.
And that's universe that keeps bringing that out of my mouth. I'm not just saying it for fun.
Joy, we're going to talk about your submissions.
Yeah. What to come of them, or Joy's
Just-
submissions in
Yeah,
general?
what's to come of them?
What's to come of her submissions? The ones that The pictures?
Mm-hmm. The smoking caterpillar, the turtle, tortoise,
I want that smoking caterpillar.
mermaid, green
no.
man,
Oh, yeah.
to which I'm partial to.
Well, you have the green woman.
fungus.
And the green man, actually.
Yeah, both. Yeah, he's a little harder to see today. He's
I
been
know,
hiding.
He's hiding. The green man's hiding today.
Mm-hmm. The green man is hiding, and the green woman is like full force. And they switch constantly.
Oh, and Tabitha, I saw that. Thank you. I really like this Oracle deck. The images are very subdued, or they're kind of really cool. Thank you. It is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What is to come for?
It was a Kickstarter deck.
It was really?
Yep.
Huh.
All right, Joy, we are going with our first card. Seven of Swords.
All right.
All right, so we're thinking about the submissions. The Seven of Swords is not the best omen that I've ever had in a deck of cards. So, first of all, swords often represent challenges and things that are coming up that kind of make it difficult to do what it is or what our goal is that we're trying to accomplish. So, it seems that there's going to be a couple of hiccups here. Doesn't mean that it's not going to happen or it's not going to work or it's not going to be okay. It just means even after it's okay, maybe there's going to be a part where, you have to choose to actually be there for the first day of the show, or something is going to present itself as a challenge, and it may be somebody else kind of stepping in your way that you need to remove temporarily to get done what you need to get done. Because you see in the card, even in the traditional Seven of Swords, it's a thievery card. Somebody's sneaking around behind your back, taking the swords out of the pack. So you've got to worry about or consider that somebody else is around. That doesn't mean purposeful. It doesn't mean somebody's trying to steal your shit.
Ooh.
But it does tend to mean that there's something that's happening behind the scenes. Somebody's actions are preventing you from making the decisions and things that you need to do. I feel confident that your submissions are going to be fine in the thing, but like somebody's going to come up and say, "Oh well, you can't be there that day, so you can't go," or something is going to come up in the way, and you're going to have to overcome that barrier to make things work the way they need to work. So I would be on the lookout for that. Seven of Swords is a card of warning. Most swords are warnings to some degree, but the seven is especially a warning, and it's one of the lesser warnings. It's not like a 10 of swords or a 5 of swords. Those are in your face, blaring, "Hey, you need to do this right freaking now, or you're gonna die," or not die. That's a little bit aggressive, but the Seven of Swords is a smaller warning. It's a Decepticon warning, kind of behind the scenes that something is happening that's going to throw a wrench in your plans, and you're going to have to overcome it to make things happen the way you want them. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
Interesting. I pulled crossed. So, if you come, what this is telling me, if you're at a crossroads or at a time where you're thinking of something, pay attention to someone that is very insistent with advice on something that you should do. Listen to your wise inner knowledge and intuition. It's funny that what you got about the sneaking behind, because I got crossed. That could be a person or someone that's just trying to.
It's almost like
They could be doing something, or they could be trying to tell you to do something for their benefit.
I'm not thinking something purposeful to create a problem. I'm thinking something is going to come up that's going to make it difficult to do.
Well, let's see.
So, for example, like to me, it's the thought of maybe something really important is going to be scheduled that same weekend or something. You know what I mean? There's something that's going to have to be overcome to make it work. But there's something there.
Shed the past and sever the ties to any obligation of fulfilling others' expectations. Choose your spiritual path and follow a daily spiritual practice for clear answers. Stay out of harm's way by displaying courage, strength, calmness, and confidence. Trust what feels good. Follow the path of light. What comes easy is right. What feels like a struggle or is consistently burdening must go. Let go of any people or projects that are constantly posing problems and are too difficult. What is meant for you will come easily. Be willing to flow more freely and attract more blessings. If you feel you have to jump through too many hoops, it's not for you. Meditate to gain clarity and connect with Spirit for guidance. Make this connection a daily practice. Leave behind old habits that cause low vibrations. Consider what serves you by what you love to do and do it unapologetically. Let go of how you want to be perceived in this world. Trust your instincts. Dedicating to your spiritual practice will unveil part of your life path. Shed any burdens or feelings of obligations. Your life path is a spiritual one. Some relationships are holding you back from doing what's right for your soul. Let go of obligations and shed past beliefs or relationships that do not serve you. You are being called to choose a new direction which sets you free and clears your path to abundance. Affirm. I am acting on inspiration and insights. I move through life with ease and grace.
Yeah. I mean, that fits perfectly.
Ooh.
I don't feel like somebody's like, normally with a 7, if I pull like a 5 or a 7 or a 9, I feel deception with the swords. I don't necessarily feel that now. This is just it's something that's going to happen, and it's not a big deal either. It's just going to be a thing. Tabitha, you're up next. We're going to do a general, and then after this, just so you know, guys, remember again, we'll be hopping into the Discord and having our discussion about what have we learned recently, what are we reading, what are we doing, what kind of things are we enjoying about things, and then if you hang out long enough, we'll keep it live while we do our mead transfer, because we've got to rack our mead into the first carboys. So we're going to be doing that, and right after, and then of course we're going to be doing some Fallout, hopefully with Ziggy. And whoever wants to join for that matter. Discord link is in the chat just in case anybody wants to join afterwards. Sticky Wicket, yes. And again, like it involves somebody else, but it's not going to be purposeful. It's just a Sticky Wicket.
May not be purposeful, try to harm her, but it may be someone wanting their own agenda.
What's the difference between purposeful and willful? So willful would be appropriate. And if you disagree with me, then you might have to pull a couple of clarification cards.
I can just go by what I feel from my card.
I can delete you.
You can't delete me. You can't delete.
You want to try me?
You can't delete me, bitch.
That was fun. But I can. I'm just kidding.
Try it.
Sounds like a challenge. Virgos like challenges. Sorry, Tabitha.
Just be ready to live with the outcomes.
Tabitha. These cards are getting annoying to me as far as trying to shuffle them. I have to literally almost bend them in half to get them to shuffle properly. I do not like that, Tabitha. Like it's her fault. Or his fault. I don't judge. Alright, first card for Tabitha's General is, let's see what we get. The World. Great.
Ooh, the World. Okay.
Way to start.
Cool.
So, the World is part of the major arcana, right? And so this is after everything is done, right? So we're gonna air quote done. Got to get in the screen here so you can see them. Air quote done, because the cycle is never ending. It's a circle. The World is right next to the Full. There's no difference. Like it's not a reset to the beginning, right? When you hit the World, you go right to the Full right afterwards, and just some other part of the cycle. You can be in multiple cycles at the same time. So the World isn't the end. And there's some thought that there's this huge jump from the World to the Full, but there's not. It's all together. Oops. And the World represents the culmination of something. So you've been doing something or working on something for probably a really long time, and it's starting to come to a head or to a close. And you're going to feel really good about it. It's going to be very beneficial for you, but it's preparing you to start on something that's going to be a bit harder. So it'll be interesting to see what Rook's next card is, because your next step is going to be difficult. It's going to be a reset, and you're not going to be very happy about it. But you need to really focus and revel in that world, that culmination of completion that you're getting ready to enter in just a little bit here. Whether this is like a project you're working on, it can be anything, but it's major arcana, so it's something you know. It's something that hopefully is coming to your mind right now that's saying this is the project or plan you're trying to work on to complete.
I was just loving on you.
But it's taking you to that next step, to that next piece. And you need to just be careful and be ready for that flip over to the next stage, because that next stage is going to be something a lot bigger than what you're currently finishing out.
And I pulled shadow. Something that's going on. Something a bit of a mystery. You're going to have to look further into for clarification, whether in yourself or outside yourself. So if you feel like something requires clarification, it does. Look within on it and see what needs to be investigated. So let me read you a little something here. Wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, and mystery. You're absorbing the shadow half of yourself as one being. Did you just cleanse me?
I did.
Spray? You are absorbing the shadow half of yourself as one being. The aspect of yourself that you'd rather keep concealed emerges and surfaces, forcing you to face it. As difficult as this task is, it is essential to build internal unity and harmony in order to rise to higher realms. Do not allow others' views and opinions of the past to rule over and control you. We may actively begin the healing effort after we are completely aware of what we would rather hide from the world. Accept and embrace the dark elements of yourself that you previously may have felt compelled to hide. We can begin to learn, forgive, and grow from the trauma or suppression once we know what we have complete control over. Once we know that we have complete control over our own reality.
Can I just point out that anytime there is sage or a cleansing spray, he has trouble breathing through his nose?
Me. Oh my God.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It's true.
Pointing it out.
The old wounds.
Maybe you need to drink it.
The old wounds and traumas have been released and they no longer affect the person you are today. Although it can be tough to let go of deep-rooted pain, remember that you are all-powerful and capable of manifesting everything you choose. Reality is a product of thought and imagination. Therefore, to gain control over it, you must realize you are in control. If the anguish of past suppressed memories and emotions arise, understand that you have the power to acknowledge what happened in the past and that you now live in the present. Sitting with your shadow entails sitting with the side of yourself that has formed as a result of past experiences. As you forgive the old version of yourself for not knowing any better, or for not trusting in your inner knowing, you begin merging within your shadow. Affirm. I accept that my past does not define me. I forgive my past. I accept all aspects and parts of me. I am in control of who I am. I am loved. I am worthy. I am whole. Don't know if that makes any sense, but
I love it.
that's what she say.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is there, but there's definitely some incredible positivity and some new pathways coming for you. And I think Shadow is going to be a place to stay focused in on that. So there you go, Tabitha. Hopefully that makes something for you, gives you some energy or information, whatever it is you're working on. We're going to switch over in just a moment to Rook's favorite part.
My favorite part, because you all are...
Even though I haven't updated it yet.
We got to update it with Kayla's
Kayla?
stuff and anybody else that gives permission. We'd love to put you on here, and we'd love to do 2 or 3 pages or screens if that is what is required. And the reason it is my favorite part is because of the community I feel from you all in person, online, interactions, and
That Honda
etc.
shirt. That Honda shirt.
You love it? You want one? I'll get you one.
I want a Rebel shirt.
Okay, I'll see if I can find you one. So,
2X.
I know.
Cotton.
Please check out all of these awesome creators, witches, and wonderfuls. From the Cauldron Witch on Instagram and from the Cauldron Witch Tarot on Instagram. You better tune in a little bit, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Eastern Time? Always get it backwards. In a few minutes, check in about 45 minutes on Instagram for From the Cauldron Witch Tarot. She does amazing
What time does she
tarot
go live her
reads.
time?
That's what I can't remember. I think 10 a.m.
So it'd be 1 p.m.
So it'll be
us.
1 p.m. Eastern. Amazing tarot reads. She's just freaking awesome. Paranormal Witch on YouTube and Lady Rose 819 on Instagram. She does a paranormal blog on Instagram that is freaking cool. Unexplained Possibilities on YouTube, Unexplained Possibilities on Instagram. You all know and love Mel. We all do. And all his great podcasts and interviews of everything occult, magical, unknown, and unexplained. Ziggy Dreadful on Twitch. Queen Ziggy, she streams. Watch out for her, as well as Mavethel. Addie Estate on Twitch and Instagram. Mr. Malice on YouTube. Addie Estate on Facebook and Twitter, who does a Friday night podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Mystic Salon, the guy next to me, on what would you describe it as?
Just general discussion about occult and stuff.
And we are Two Pondering Pagans on YouTube and Facebook, Two Pondering Pagans all together on Twitter. I'm Rook Tempest on YouTube, Rook_Tempest on Instagram, and this is Mystic Salon on Twitch and Salon Tallman on YouTube. Thank you all so much for spending some time with us on your Sunday morning. We know you certainly have a lot of things you could choose to be doing, and we appreciate it. I hope you have a great Sunday and a great week.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Be safe, be well, and manifest your shit.